There is nothing more enjoyable than watching the perfect anime. It makes you excited about the story, the amazing characters, and everything else provides a certain unexplainable enjoyment. It's not easy to find a good anime, and it might take you a lot of time and searching. However, eventually you might find a rare gem, and before you know it, you have binge-watched the entire season. I would say we all have our own perfect anime. Everything from Cowboy Bebop to Dragon Ball Z, Gurren Lagann, and of course the highly popular Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and the original. I see the term perfect anime get thrown around all the time, and it's probably because of different tastes people have in anime. So something you enjoy might be seen as stupid or ridiculous by others. But today, my friends, I will be talking about a certain show that needs a season 2. There is nothing more heart-wrenching than watching your favorite anime not get a sequel. I find it disgusting when I see Madhouse not continue an anime they have already worked on. Nevertheless, grab your soda and sit down, cause today I will be talking about No Game No Life and why we need a season 2. The concept of being trapped inside a video game with no way to escape had gotten very popular. However, No Game No Life changed everything. This time the heroes are voluntarily part of a fantasy world that operates with its own set of rules. The story itself is about two siblings, Sora and Shiro, who never lost a game and eventually ended up with the nickname Blank. The gaming community saw them as legends. Nobody knew their real identities, but in reality, Sora and Shiro were a pair of neats who never left their rooms. The older brother Sora and his younger sister Shiro both disliked the real world and didn't think of it as anything more than a shitty game. The sibling geniuses spent the time playing video games, but most importantly, they never lost. However, their life changed when they got challenged online by a mysterious chess player who pushed them to the limits. They ended up defeating a god named Ted, and he invited them to a new fantasy world called Discord, the ultimate paradise for gamers and a world Sora and Shiro fell in love with. In the world of Discord, there are 16 different races protected by rules we call the 10 Commandments. We also learn that humanity, or should I say humanity, are on the bottom of the food chain, and the ranks are based on magical strength, so obviously, which is something humans are not capable of. We can say that the world itself is centered around the 10 Commandments, which don't allow violence, so everything gets resolved by playing games. The premise is about Sora and Shiro, who uses the rules to save humanity by defeating other races, and the end goal is to challenge the godly being Ted himself. Sounds simple, right? No, my friend, you are very, very wrong. The world of magic combined with games allows the author to come up with crazy ideas. The anime is good at implementing a lot of creativity into simple games like chess, poker, and everything else. A game like chess turns into a game of war between real knights. We have word games that requires a lot of knowledge and can easily just blow your mind. You could say the possibilities are almost endless in No Game No Life. The 10 Commandments make up the very structure of the world itself, combined with the fact that it's a supernatural world containing magic to begin with. What the games are, how they are played, and what their consequences are is completely limitless. No Game No Life also has some of the best single individual episodes I ever seen in all of anime. For example, just watching Sora's speech about humanity and how they need to remember their own greatness resonated with me and helped build up a lot of hype for the future of the show. I also want to add that the main characters Sora and Shiro have a great chemistry together. Both of them are very hilarious and probably provides the funniest moments in all of anime. The older brother Sora is a more charismatic, deceitful, and always uses shady tactics to defeat his enemies. According to Sora himself, he always knows how to win before the game even begins. In the other hand, we have his younger sister Shiro, who sometimes gets branded as fan service, but we also learn that there is more to her character. She is a typical shy genius, and her expressionless voice gives a lot of humor to No Game No Life. We can say that Shiro is more talented compared to Sora, but her brother is good at adapting to strange problems, so we can say that both of them complete each other, and together they become Blank, the ultimate gaming team. We also have the side character Stephanie Dola, and I don't know how to feel about her character. She also gets introduced as fan service or a comic relief character, but Stephanie, or Steph, fills the role of being the stupid girl in the show. In one episode, we we find out that she's an educated girl from a very prestigious school and she does something very smart, and next week she does the complete opposite. And this only proves that she's a static character, not capable of having any form of development. Anyway, the greatest strength of No Game No Life is all about the animation. Madhouse outdid themselves when it came to the art and animation. They were good at using rich and deep colors to create a beautiful environment. I noticed how they used red colors to make the fantasy world stand out. Somehow it blended very well for No Game No Life and made the show very unique in terms of originality. I would say watching No Game No Life was an experience I will never forget. The anime did a lot of great things, and the way it was constantly referring to other popular shows, and the main cast was very likable and every episode was different and unique from one another, and I believe we need a season 2 because No Game No Life deserves a sequel. And like always, thanks for watching.
I'm at an all-time low.